Welcome, everyone, to the original conference championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity is simply unmatched. Can't wait for this one. We're going to be treated to not just a top 10 matchup, but a battle for a conference championship and an automatic bid to the college football playoff with the first round bye that goes with it. So a lot at stake here. We'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. And he fields it inside the 15. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. So Georgia's offense is going to get the chance to start this game off. And as this quarterback takes the field, eager to see how he plays today, there's a certain gravity about him. You can tell from the warm-up song the way the team responds and rallies around him. Can he come through on a big stage here?
Yeah, this guy is their Superman. And when that opening kickoff is kicked up into the air, his cape goes on. He sets everything into place, gets the offense out of jams, does it in pressure situations. He's the arms and legs of this offensive system, but also the heart of this team.
Second down after that short completion. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Lets it fly to the wideout. He makes the grab. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Dropping back. It's Beck. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. Oh, and the football comes out. Offense recovers the fumble, maintains possession.
Wow, the defense makes a huge play. They were able to poke the ball away from the receiver, but the offense was quicker to get to the ball, so they retained possession.
Off the play fake on first down. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
It's an out route, the catch made. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
The pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. So here on fourth down, out comes the field goal team. This will be an attempt from 52 yards. Let's see if he's got the distance. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50+.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So Alabama's offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
And he lobs it deep down the middle. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. Important 2nd down play coming up. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Looking to scramble. Extending the play now. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Looks like Alabama will have the 1st down.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that 1st down to keep this drive alive. Early in this game, the offense really asserting themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a 1st down here on this next play.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
The pocket breaking down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. And they will trot out the field goal team here. Long enough and good. And we're all tied up now.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They got points on the board last time thanks to a long-range field goal. A handoff from the shotgun. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line. The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Caught behind the line. It's Smith.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Offense gets set up here. It's 3rd down. Looking downfield. It's Beck. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Dogs will have to kick it away. And the offense will punt for the 1st time this afternoon. On the return, it's Adams. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And to begin the drive here, set up at the 30. It's a run to the left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Second down after that previous play. So after a competitive, fun first quarter, we are all even. Let's check out some of the stats from that first period. And as we move to the second quarter, we hope these teams will build on a promising start. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the offense faces third and long from the 30. Can they convert and get a drive going? To the air, it's Milroe. He stays alive. He escapes one man, but he'll be swallowed up in the play and taken down. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. Bringing you back, it's Smith. And they've got the returner corralled. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. With the catch, it's Etienne. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Pass caught, second down now. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
When this offense picks up the first down, they tackle him at the 44.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Grab down the middle. It's Smith. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Here's the second down play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. The catch makes it a more manageable third down. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backup. Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Gives it to the back. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
And the defense able to hold it there to a short gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. keeping it on the ground here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. Receiver makes the grab, and he's tackled just short of that 1st down marker. Good job by the defense. 4th down now. Time for perhaps one more play before we hit the 2-minute warning. So we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime. 4th down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. From the shotgun, drops back. It's complete. That's enough for a 1st down. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. 1st down. About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Back behind the quarterback, aligned in the pistol. Hand off to the left. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? And he will score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Methodical but effective, Kirk. Probably one of the most impressive drives we've seen in a conference championship game.
Hey, I have to agree with you. Long drives like that are like a great painting, slowly layering all the intricate facets until you have a masterpiece completed. That drive was put together in the same fashion, just masterful execution on that drive.
Now the important point after attempt. The PAT is good, so it's 10-6. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Bringing it out, it's Smith. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Scanning the field. It's Beck. Quick throw to his receiver. And that one's picked off. What a play.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his own coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So the timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
They'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Using his legs on the scramble. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
Alabama now operating in the red zone. Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of playing moving forward.
1st and goal, handoff. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. The offense will now quickly spend the timeout.
You know, where the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line, you love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. Because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not...
Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, tied.
Boy, this defense is just getting manhandled at the line of scrimmage. They just loaded up in that goal line formation and pushed their way into the end zone.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. No problem with the PAT. The lead 17-6 now. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. And the single back takes the handoff. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line. The Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, for many, this is the best conference in all of football, and the first half of this SEC championship was filled with excitement and incredible pageantry. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy #1 for that opposing sideline.
And the Bulldogs will kick this away to get the second half going. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They get the second half started with a running play. And he's brought down, but hold on, there's a flag on the play. Hold it. Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? And now from the pistol formation. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Looks like he's going to run it. Breaking free at the 35. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Looking for a gap. It's Haynes. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Just love watching his back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
He'll hand it off. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread arrow over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. And the player is down injured after that last play. They'll take a timeout while they check him out. The offense already has one fourth-down conversion. Can they do it for a second time? They'll change the pre-snap look now. Trying for a fourth-down completion. He's got it, enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. First down, looking to throw the football. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Back to throw. It's Milroe. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. The offense was moving well, but two incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. And the field goal unit coming on the field now. He made good on his first attempt, but this one is from 47 yards away. And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Returner choosing to field this one. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage.
The 18.
And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he's got it. Tackle made after a solid gain. Will spot the ball for 31. First down and 10 now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Caught in the backfield. It's ETN. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Now, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Now it's second down here. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. That stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. Second down play coming up. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. To the air. It's back. He's running out of time here. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Boy, another great play by an Alabama defensive lineman. And you just think about over the years, probably the last 30 years, going all the way back to John Copeland on that 1992 Alabama defense. Most recently, guys like Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Quinnen Williams. You can always count on Bama.
Pressure comes, and once again, no escape.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
The Bulldogs will line up to punt it away. They're going to kick it away for the second time. Returner decides to fair catch this. 2 So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Looking to build on this lead on this possession. Had to settle for 3 last time out. The first play of this drive now, they're set up at the 34. Using his legs, it's Miller. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run field, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Trying to create outside the pocket now. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
A short completion to the tight end. And he's tackled after the catch.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, and no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
Tries the right with a quick throw. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Touchdown, Bama. This quarterback on fire today.
That's his second touchdown of the day. You talk about getting off to a great start. He may have more in him.
And they'll set up with the PAT. They convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. So after 3 quarters of play, it's a pretty solid lead. Let's take a look at our game stats, how we got here. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Bringing it out, it's Smith. And he gets it out to the 28, tackled right there. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. And completion makes it 2nd and short. To throw, it's Beck. And that catch is hauled in. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. The wideout's now clustered. Looking to throw it on first down. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building on the lead here in the second half. One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football.
Well, let's see how these guys do here. They're kind of in that 4-minute offense mode where they're trying to work as much clock as they can on this drive. Working with the lead. Still want to be balanced as best you can. But the important thing is picking up first downs, keeping the ball in bounds, and keep working that clock.
He's inside the 40. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And looking to throw now on first down. Caught over the middle. It's long. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Running out of time in the pocket. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain. So now from the 29, it's third down and short. Let's see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, thinking touchdown. Bringing pressure. And a senior making a disruptive impact play.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Looking for his big tight end. And is intercepted. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Now the 40. At the 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Dogs. And the defense joins the party with a pick six.
Chris, how about the defense coming up with a huge play here? Not only the turnover, but it leads them to a score with a touchdown on this interception. Now they're trying to get back into this game. They may have a shot to make it a lot closer than what we thought.
Here's the point after attempt. And there's the point after. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the receiving team has to recover. Looks like the hands team did its job. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick six. Going to try to use his legs here. Gets loose, able to scramble for a solid gain.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket, on the move now. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
He's moving out of the pocket now. Oh, he misfires again, 3 in a row.
The risk of throwing on third and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on fourth down, but what will be the play call?
Needs a completion here on fourth down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And it's broken up nicely. A defensive stop and a turnover on downs. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Back to throw. It's back. Contact as he threw it. Makes the catch downfield. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And bring him down, but the back able to pick up some decent yardage on that screen. Getting set. Here's second down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Running back grabs it on a screen. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Nice grab. It's ETN. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And he drops back in the gun, looking for 6. And it's picked off in the end zone. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Boy, the offense just cannot afford to throw this interception. It's already a 2-possession game. By throwing this pick, now you wonder how many more opportunities will you get.
Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. The last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here? Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Crossing the 35. Out of bounds, but not before a big gain. This offense is ripping the defense apart today. Game moves the ball to the 40. It'll be 1st down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Deep shot caught down inside the 20. No stopping him, takes it all the way. Touchdown, Alabama. This passing game is on fire. The quarterback cannot be stopped. With a conference championship on the line, he's delivering.
Yeah, he's in sync right now with his wide receivers, but man, my attention seems to be more on the defense. What in the world are they thinking? You can't just allow this quarterback to sit back there and throw. You've got to be able to put pressure on him, or he's going to continue to throw touchdown after touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st down here for this offense. Looking to throw. It's Beck. Fires it to the wideout. Makes a spectacular diving catch. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Over the middle and incomplete.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Grab near the sticks. It's Bell. And this offense picks up the 1st down. They tackle him at the 44. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. It's caught downfield. An explosive play. They finally get him down, but the offense very near to the red zone. They come up and quickly spike it, stopping the clock. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. And the quarterback dropping back. Caught near the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kicking team on now for the extra point.
for the extra point.
And it's up and good. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And they recover the onside kick. Looks like they've been practicing that one.
Hey, you're down a couple scores. This is an outstanding call to try to get this football back. That's the first step in coming back. Now, let's try to steal a score here and see if you can do it all over again.
And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. Incomplete. Second down coming up. Back to pass. It's back. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope.
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Chris, they did what they had to do with his touchdown here. Now with under a minute to go, you got to get that onside kick to give yourself a real shot.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Under a minute to play here. The obvious tactic, just take a knee and see this game out. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And the wideout goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field.
Hold it.
See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
And the jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide.
Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. It was a foot race and he won it.
So much about speculation on whether or not they're going to kick a field goal or go for a touchdown. They put this ball into the end zone and they put this game out of reach. What a job by this team and by this offense.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the kick is a squib kick taken by one of the up men. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, we can find out how they fare against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.